Open up. This is a story from my part-time job during my student days. I worked at a game center located in a building in front of the station. The first and second floors were the store, while the basement served as our break room and storage. The building had been purchased from a department store that closed down decades ago, and aside from the areas used as stores, garbage and debris were left lying around. Honestly, it wasn't a pleasant place. That day, due to shift schedules, I ended up taking my break alone. I bought a beef bowl from Yoshinoya and went down to the break room in the basement to eat. I heard that this break room used to be a grocery store, but now the stalls were removed and rubble was piled in the corners. The vast underground space that used to be the food section had fluorescent lights removed everywhere except for the corner we used. I had heard from my coworkers before that things happen there, and that someone quit after seeing something spooky. Honestly, being alone in a place like that made me uneasy, but it wasn't too late in the evening, so I tried to convince myself I was okay and not to think about it too much. Just as I finished eating my beef bowl and was about to take a smoke break, I heard a sound from a distance, like something falling. I felt a sense of dread and looked toward the back. I heard a child's voice say, "Keat," meaning let me out. Realizing this was serious, I decided to head back to the first floor store and stood up from my chair. At that moment, there was a loud bang, like someone was knocking on a steel door, and I became paralyzed, unable to move. Even though it was autumn, I could feel sweat dripping down, and I could only hear the fragmented voice, "Keat, Keat, Keat, Keat." Then suddenly, the voice stopped, and a tremendous chill ran down my spine. I heard loud banging on the steel door, followed by the child's voice screaming just behind me, "Open up! Open 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 up!" At that moment, I broke free from the paralysis and fled without looking back to the store. I felt like the banging on the door and the voice echoed as I ran. When I rushed back to the store, my coworkers noticed something was wrong and gathered around me. They asked, "What happened? And did you see something?" But before I could catch my breath, an employee came and took me to the office to discuss what had happened. He mentioned that there had indeed been an accident years ago when a child got trapped in a freezer in the grocery section. But he warned me not to say anything unnecessary, as corporate employees would be coming to the upper floors soon, and there were plans to put tenants in the basement as well. I continued that part-time job for a while until exam season began. Even now, I sometimes dream about that basement break room and the child's agonizing screams.